Go.
Hi guys, so this is the recipe box for the beef bavette with potato boulangère, spiced andouille, Savoy cabbage and beef sauce. So this is the box you'll get. Inside, I'll just unpack this exactly as you would get it. I'll unpack this, so you will get the beef bavette, you'll get the pre-prepared Savoy cabbage with the andouille through that. Excuse me. You will get the potato boulangère, all that packed up, and the beef sauce. So there's your ingredients. I'm going to use just a smaller piece of beef for the sake of this. Let's just lay all that out and then watch me prepare it. The premise for this is basically if Will can make it, anyone can make it. Chef, which knife to open the bag?
This one.
This bad boy here. So we're going to just open up our beef, take that out, rest that there. Let's put a pan on the stove. This is really simple. A couple of things to do on the stove. Something will go in the oven for 10 minutes while we finish off, and maybe 5 minutes while we finish off. So a little bit of oil, and we'll just leave that there warming up. And while that's warming up, just going to season this with a little bit of salt. I got Scott here to one side. Do you want to see Scott? Not really. I've got Scott here to one side, who is going to every now and then say, "Will, what are you doing?" Have you said what are you doing already, Scott? So season that both sides. As you can see, I like my salt. Scott, stop me. That didn't sizzle. It should have sizzled. What have I done already, Scott? Let the pan warm up. Thank you, Scott. I will open up the boulangère. I can tell you, Alan holding the camera is already worried I'm going to cut my finger off. You should be worried. You don't really need much for this. A couple of saucepans, obviously your salt and pepper. We've got a bit of butter here, a couple of implements just for turning things, a bit of oil, a plate for plating. That's about it. And then at the beginning, have your oven on, maybe anywhere between 80 and 100 degrees. This is just to hold your beef and potato while we're finishing off the cabbage and the sauce. I'm patient here. So just lay that in. Oh, we've got a bit of sizzle there. So nice and easy. You're going to leave that there for 2-3 minutes per side. We'll just let that go a bit. Stop. That's a chef thing, isn't it? Keep moving it around. Think you're working. I'll do it all. Probably not use it all. I'll just put the sauce in there. As you can tell, I'm not a natural cook, and I'm certainly not a natural cook in front of a camera, so I'm feeling a little nervous. I know you can't believe it, but that's why I'm a bit tentative. At home, you're going to be totally relaxed. You're probably going to have a glass of wine, and it's going to be all chilled. So, beef is going nicely. While you're doing this, talking about a glass of wine, I personally would open a bottle of this delicious Grenache from Thistledown Winery in Australia. Juicy, lots of berry fruit, a little bit of tannin. Delicious. Or, if you're not a wine person, how about this bad boy, frosty bad boy, as I would refer to it, Shindig Brewery, Alia, East Coast Pale Ale, which is excellent. Cloudy, earthy, got a bit of fruitiness to it, it's delicious. So that would be great with it. Chef, are we about 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Give your beef a little check.
Give my beef a little check.
You're impatient.
Let's just have a little look. We're going, I mean, we've got to get a bit of colour. We're going to go medium rare. You can cook it as much or as little as you like, really. What I love about the bavette is it's got some texture to it, it's got a bit of bite, but the flavour is absolutely stunning and so consistent. Very lean, there's not much fat to that, so it's fantastic. The plancha is not ideal, is it? You do this at home, it would be a lot easier in your kitchen. Are we using a bit of butter? We're going to put a bit of butter in that, aren't we? When should we do that? Not now. Calm down, Will. Calm down. Have you come in on that, Al? So that's your beautiful, look at those layers of potato, fantastic. Just drop that in on the sliced side, and then we'll turn that. Just give it a bit of time, get some colour, get some heat through it. Remember though, with colouring it here, it's already cooked, so we just want to warm it through, and then it is going to sit in the oven for a while, just to continue warming through. This is all about getting the colour into the potato and into onto the beef. On top of our butter. Now, yeah, one, or should we do two?
No, you want to go one at a time, that way when you cool the pan down.
So what's really important when you're adding butter, this is the top chef tip, I don't know if you can hear that, but add your butter one at a time, gently, so you don't cool the pan down, you keep the heat, you keep cooking, and slowly your butter melts in. I like that. I would have just thrown it all in. There you go. So, we've been cooking away. Just turn it, you can use your tongs, you can use your hands, whatever you're comfortable with. I like to get stuck in. So you can see there, getting a nice, but this is caramelization there, beautiful. That'll give us texture, and eating is all about texture. So just drop that down. Likewise with the meat, just maybe turn it. We've got some nice colour, it's a bit hot. You want to just give a little bit of colour on the sides there. So what's really important is resting it though. This is crucial. So that's why we're doing this first, finishing that afterwards. How long will we have those when we're happy with the cooking? How long will we stick them in the oven for, Chef?
Well, depends on the thickness of the beef, the thicker the beef obviously. A piece of beef that thickness, maybe 6-7 minutes.
So
That's not about
up to 10 minutes we could have that probably at the most in the oven just to rest, and then it's going to be absolutely beautiful to eat. Right, so now Scott is going to take that into the oven, and while that is in the oven we will finish off and then plate. So while the beef and the boulanger is in the oven resting and just finishing, we're going to finish off with the beef jus and the Savoy cabbage. Have we already looked at that, Alan? I don't know, but we can look at it anyway. Savoy cabbage, got a bit of andouille through that, a bit of spice, and the beef jus. And this is really simple. There's no oil, there's no butter, there's nothing in there. Just putting it on your hot plate, you're melting it down. So you're going to melt down that beef jus. Just make sure you don't boil it, you just want to see it hot. And the cabbage will just turn again until it's warmed up. It's already cooked, so it's just a question of warming it through. A little prompt there from Scott though. With these ingredients that we're giving you, there is some seasoning, but not as we would season as far in the restaurant. So depending on how you like things, how salty you might like things, just be aware of that. Maybe have a little taste of your cabbage just before you serve it, add a bit of seasoning, or certainly finish off on the plate. So this is quite a hot grill here. That's pretty much, I brought it to the boil, the chef's going to turn me off. But that's pretty much there. We're just going to, we can hear the Savoy just frying off again. It's just about, I think I'm going to chef, can I take that off? Yeah. Is that there? Yeah. We've got the beef and the potato out of the oven. Thanks, chef. That's hot because it's been in the oven. Rookie error there. So we're just going to take that out. Put my beef on there. Just while we're going to work with it. Chef, what am I doing with this? I'm just pouring the juices over?
Yeah, just pour the juices over.
All of them?
Yeah, if you like.
I do like.
Yeah.
And are we taking the potato off as well, Chef?
Yeah.
I do like, yeah. Again, ditto. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to leave that there, that just turned off. And now it's a question of plating. Slightly smaller piece than, oh, am I going that way, Chef?
Yeah.
That's the way, and then slicing. Oh, Chef. Should we go from that side? That would be the sensible side, wouldn't it? Look at that, you can see the... So, nice sharp knife, as you can see the chefs have given me here. So you can see there, that beef, medium rare, that is beautiful, juicy, you can see the juices coming out. So, we slice the beef, it's all in the wrong order, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to put a bit of the cabbage on our plate. Oh, chef's getting upset now with the plating. I always say I like the food to look natural, and there's no tweezer action around here, so you're going to get it looking natural when I do it. Oh, then. Oh, Oh, chef, you're worried, aren't you, chef?
It's a bit too natural, that one.
That's a bit too natural. You're really worried. So am I, to be honest. I've got a knife in my hand. Maybe that wasn't the right way to do it, chef. But oh, was the beef meant to go on the cabbage?
Yeah.
Oh, good. There we go. That potato. Put the colour on that. Good enough to eat, just as well. And finish off a little bit of that sauce just in the middle there.
Yeah.
There's obviously plenty of sauce. And that is our bavette of beef with the spiced andouille Savoy cabbage, potato boulangère, and a beef jus. Remember, if Will can do it, anyone can do it.